You're listening to the You Don't Know Me Yet podcast network.
Hey y'all, this is ADaydreamers Podcast. I am Erin and my amazing co-host is K'Shana. Let's pick up where we left off last week.
Miranda.
Oh, the dude that was chewing the steak and spitting it out.
Yes.
I remember that.
Okay, so Miranda is very New York. She's very just straightforward. She's just the lawyer. She's, but she was like, why can't I be sexy? Like, here's this woman, like they're in California in the sex industry and stuff. And she's looking at all these women and she was like, well, why can't I be like that? And Samantha was like, just be like that. But they were looking at a woman in a sex store, I think. And the woman saw her looking at her and was just like, can I help you? And she was like, oh, I was just wondering what you do for a living or something. Like, the woman was dressed in, like, I say skimpy, but like it was a glittery back out, not much of a dress or whatever, like she's going partying later or whatever, but it was like the middle of the day in a sex shop or whatever. And the girl was like, oh, I'm a lawyer, and I'm not that there's a rinky dinky level of lawyering, but whatever she was like a high up,
like an executive or something.
Yeah, and Miranda was like, what? They were like,
who told
they were like, she's
you could only wear
flight
Navy
attendant.
suits? Because who told you that? Who told you that?
That's what this reminds me of. I'm sure there's other things that I've seen, but that stands out. The episode where Miranda's like, why can't I be sexy and wear this? And she's wearing this little skimpy dress, and she's a lawyer. Like, why? Like, you ain't got to be in California
sometimes
with a button down on.
Sometimes we feel like we have to give ourselves permission to do certain things.
I have to give myself permission to sit down and sleep.
That too.
If like Erin, go back to sleep. It's
if
okay.
you're at work, then be at work. But it doesn't mean that you have to be. However, you don't have to delete who you are as a person. Unless who you are as a person is an asshole and it's just unprofessional and a fucking idiot, then don't be you, by all means. But if that's the case, you probably wouldn't be in the position that you're in now anyway. But you can still be a part of who you are. You can still listen to what you want to. Put your headphones in and listen to the City Girls. Do what you want as far as that's concerned. Because you can still, like, you don't have to.
Because let me tell you, on the way to work, whenever I need that pep in my step and that motivation, I do play that Megan Thee Stallion's freestyle reeler on the way to work.
And you can do that, and you can even play it in your office. It's just that everybody don't need to hear it,
right?
You know what I mean? Like you can still listen to it. You can still be who you are. You can still, put your bees in, do whatever. Just make sure your work appropriate. But another part of it is like with multifacetedness or whatever. Like I know, like in general, we all, no matter the gender, sometimes people see like crying as like a weakness or whatever. You can be strong as hell and cry. Because that don't make you weak. It doesn't. You could be strong and also say, hey, I need help with X, Y, and Z.
Right.
Who told you that that's what being strong was?
Right.
I think that's also a whole nother conversation about the strong black woman and what that is, which is, I got a show coming up and it talks about that. So just be ready. April 28th is the opening day.
Yay!
Yeah, so y'all come out, please. But it kind of talks about that. But, like, what is a strong black woman and who gave us that definition? And why are we trying to live up to that impossible definition?
Are we trying to live up to that?
Strong black woman. Like, if we look at let's just take media, right? Black. Movie, soul food. Let's take soul food, right? So, if we look at what a strong black woman is, strong black woman looks like diabetes. It looks like losing your leg. It looks like supporting a mentally ill family member and never getting them help, but like living your life for that person. It looks like being the breadwinner in the family and having to give everybody money and never getting a return. It looks like having to deal with getting cheated on. It looks like having with your sister. Let's look at like not Faith. I know we all know Faith fuck family, but we're talking about Terry. Terry, and she was told to take it. She was told to take it over and over and over again, not be mad at her sister, not be mad at the family asking for money or whatever, because that's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do.
Everybody kept wanting her to get over that too. Like, that's difficult. Even if she wasn't like in love with that dude, that's still a whole big layer of betrayal from.
And then you got to sit across from it every Sunday.
Yes.
And you're expected to sit across from it every Sunday
and be cool with it.
And it doesn't mean that you are still in love with that man or anything.
No, that's
like
what I'm saying. Like, no,
but you got to sit across from it, and you got to sit across from that and their child, because then they have a child. That was him. That was what was his
Vivica
name?
Fox. Mm-hmm.
What was the baby name? Amar or
Miles? No, it's not.
Lamont. I don't know. Y'all, I haven't watched it. Amai. That's what it was. Amai. We was close. So being a strong black woman means putting up with stuff that you should not have to put up with as a person, let alone.
That even goes back to when I locked myself out the car and locked Zipporah in the car. Locked myself out the house in the car and locked her in the car. And like I was telling you, Vitus was like, "Oh, I would have been freaking out." I'm like, and I said, "White lady, I don't have time for that. I'm a strong black woman." That was a joke, but it was literally like,
but it's some truth.
But I was like, I really don't have time.
There wasn't any time.
I didn't have time to freak out and panic and cry. Like, I gotta figure out how to get my baby out this car. Figure out how to get in my house. I don't have my phone. My phone and my baby and my keys were in my car. Like, I don't have time for this, and I didn't get a chance to even process what happened until I got to work, and I wasn't able to work for the rest of the day because I was just sitting. But
you processed it, and I think a part of the whole strong black woman trope is not processing. You just tuck it away. You just tuck it down.
And the thing is, though, and I said, like, I'll probably cry later. Like, I don't have time right now. I'll probably cry, like, later when at night, at the end of the day, 10 o'clock at night.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but I'm also
I don't think so either, but I'm just saying, like, I was just like, I don't have time right now. I don't have time for the emotions.
Ain't nobody trying to cry DBH. Ain't nobody trying. We do
but
not
yeah,
cry
I was
during
just
office
like,
hours. We do not.
I went to work, and I had just started my job, and you know, when I finally got there, I sat there and I was just like, oh, I can take a breath, but like I couldn't even if I wanted to work. I couldn't, even if I wanted to. So I had no choice. But I wasn't no work gonna get done. But I ended up processing it because I made myself do it. But at the same time, like, I still would have just been sitting there in like a just frozen state, just
you gotta process.
Not even be able to work because of just what could have happened, what did happen, what could have happened.
Our closets and things are so full of shit that we just tuck down as black women and never process it. It's still stuff we had to. It's probably stuff from 6th grade in there that you got to process. But like that's a part of it. I don't know.
What come up were y'all having that was multifaceted that led to all this? I'm not asking for details. But I mean, just like
I kind of talked about how I don't do a lot of promotion of the podcast on my personal page because I only tell a select few people about it. So we promote the podcast, and it's so weird because we promote it, right?
I do.
And we push
the hell out of that
and
shit.
Like, but I promote it too, but not on my personal page because I don't really care for people to. I don't really care for everybody. You know, I don't care for work people. It's not that I say anything like that's completely terrible, but, those people don't know the K'Shana that cuss all the time. And I cuss a lot. Y'all know that. If you're listening, you already know that. And I mean, I'm still smiling on the podcast too.
You are,
but you don't know. You only know what I give you, right? And that's my prerogative to give you what I want you to have. And that's everybody's prerogative to give you everybody, you know, whoever, what you want them to have as far as who you are and how much you want to let them in. So if people hear it, they hear it, but I do not promote it on my personal page because there are people on my personal page that I would not necessarily, I don't want to have no conversation about what the fuck I say on here. I don't, and I'm not. Also, I'm not. So, and I'm also not going to mince words either at the same time. So that may not make a whole lot of sense. But I was just, so when she said she listened, I was like, oh God, I didn't think that she listened.
But she follows me.
You know, and I didn't think about that. But I mean, and it's fine. It's fine. And I was just like, you know, whatever. And that kind of started the conversation of, you know, being multifaceted. Like we all are, as far as like, if we take our skill sets in general, we are an eclectic bunch. We know how to do a whole lot of shit, right? In a whole lot of different fields. But our interest in the way that we speak and all of this stuff, we can be this and also be that is the point. Yeah. Because it's not just that we are. Yeah. It's not that like, oh, well, we need permission to did it. No, we are, because we have to do that in life anyway. You have to You cannot be the same person in every room that you're in. I don't care what you say. You can't, because every room calls for something different.
Mm-hmm.
Whether that's with you with your family, your family Erin.
Mm-hmm.
You with your friends Erin. You're at work, your work Erin. These are all a part of Erin. None of them are fake.
Mm-hmm.
None of them are fake. So let's get that part straight. It's not being fake. You just have to tailor your whoever you are to that audience, and that's the multifacetedness. Like, you can do that. You can do all of the things because it's all still a part of Erin. None of these people are a lie. None of these Erins are a lie. It's still a part of Erin.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, I don't know, little puzzle pieces or something.
Onions, layers.
But it's all part of the onion, and you need all of it to make the onion.
Yeah.
You can't just have a
salad,
a solid ball of onion with no layers.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. I guess that's like the point, because some people feel like they can't do certain things, and it's like, well, baby, you actually are already doing it, because nobody never thought less of you or anything.
Right.
You perform amazing. Like, what?
And see, my thing with the jobs, and I am saying this as someone who hasn't had to do a lot of, like I said, my mom, when she started working professionally, it was in the 80s. It was a lot of white, and then what she was doing is a lot of white men and things like that. So like her experience, professional experiences and things are completely different from mine. So, but I never understood when people would be like, oh, but what about work or the people? And I just be like, maybe because I have been like fired and also like laid off.
And Erin will tell you, I had a lot of worries. Now, we do watch certain things that we say.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You will never know where we work. Well, not from us. If
Right.
you figure it out, you figure it out. But it won't be because we told you.
And it's only because she'll be like, Erin, bleep that. Don't say that. And I'm like, oh, let me go cut that.
We will never tell you anything that is specific.
Yeah,
to
she'll
anything.
be like, go cut that out.
If you know, you know. And if you don't, you never will.
Right.
That's all I can say.
Right.
About that. And nothing that we do has anything to do with one or the other.
Right.
Like, you know, this don't have nothing to do with that.
Right.
That don't have nothing to do with this.
Mm-hmm.
We are not representing
like,
whatever that is. That's not what this
do
is. We're not representing that. We're representing us.
Yeah. I'm like, well, what does that have to do with your job? I mean,
because I was so where I was like, I don't know.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I was just like, what are you talking about? I already told everybody on my flow to listen.
And I'm like, oh my God, why did you do that? Don't do that.
Yeah.
I also am one of the people, as y'all know, y'all probably saw that clip before. Like, we at work.
Right. But
That's
see,
it.
I would always tell people that I have one, but I would never, when it comes to work, but I wouldn't tell people that K'Shana was my host. So I, even in that sense, I will respect her boundaries with that. Like, I would say.
But if they listen, they're going to know.
Yeah. But like, and if, like I said, sometimes I edit on my lunch break, I edit at my office. So if you happen to walk by and you see me and K'Shana on my computer, on my personal computer screen, then, you know, but even still, like, I may
but
say.
But see, mind your business. That's another thing. And see, people don't even know that I even talk like that. Because it's not for you to know. I give you what I want you to have. But mind your business.
But
like,
it's not something bad. See, I don't feel like that. I don't feel like that.
But like, that's another thing. Like, but mind your business. But if I'm, whatever it is that I'm doing while I'm not on the clock or whatever that is, don't ask me nothing about it. Mm-hmm. Unless we are decent. But even still, I think I'm just private.
You are. You are.
I'm just
private. And that's cool, because there are times I'm just like, I wish I was like, because Keisha's like that too. I'm like, I wish I had some of you and Keisha, but I don't.
I'm just private because you don't need to know. You only need to know what I tell you. That's it.
And the thing is, I don't say everything, which is odd. People maybe think I'm like, I tell every single thing. I don't. There are things I keep to myself.
And like, mind you, I'm friendly.
Mm-hmm.
I am. I'm a friendly person. I'm a friendly individual.
Mm-hmm.
Why did that seem real? I am. I can be. And it's really like, oh, I'm trying to convince them of me. Like, I can be. Mm-hmm. I am. Like, I think I'm
you are a nice
approachable.
Person. You are.
I'm very approachable because people just be telling me stuff.
I've got mixed signals.
I've
gotten that I'm not, and that I got that I am.
No, you are.
But I've gotten that I'm not approachable.
I think, like, no, once they, like, know you, You know what I mean? And they realize like that's not what that is. Like that's not at all what that is. Like, you know, like that's not. And if you take more than 3 seconds, you'll know that. You know, Erin, yeah, you'll know that. She's a really sweet young lady.
Well, thank you.
She's so sweet.
Thank you.
But anyway, that's really what I wanted to talk about. It's like you can do all the things, whatever your heart desires. You can do that. There are no rules. It's like Outback. Am I old? Do they still say that? No rules, just right. I've never been to Outback Steakhouse in my life.
Haven't?
No.
I have a long time ago.
I don't like steak like that. I don't like a lot of beef.
Steak, honey.
I don't like a lot of
I
beef.
love me a steak. Give me a medium with some A1 sauce.
Now you give me some lamb.
I've never really just
You can give me some lamb,
lamb.
and you can give me some lobster. You can give me some lamb.
I haven't
I know they don't really go together, but just in general.
Lamb. I had lamb once. Monique's sister had cooked it. That was my first time having it. I really have not had anything other than chicken, turkey, and beef, and shrimp, and lobster, and crab.
I love lamb.
Maybe I just need to have it like cooked or something.
It got to be cooked well though.
Okay.
Like, and by well, I don't mean like
Not
cook
done,
it to death.
But
I mean like it has to be seasoned. Like it has to.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Because let me tell you, yes. Yeah, I need some lamb. Some lamb meatballs, some lamb shanks, lamb chops.
I haven't just had lamb. You know, I haven't had deer.
What?
Either.
We in the middle of
know.
cornfields.
I know.
You get some
We
deer
live in
sausage.
Louisiana. No, I haven't had deer.
People been making rotel with deer sausage down
I
here.
know. But Larry's had it before. The white boys he worked with, he'll be like, oh, they finna go hunting. Like
I
tell
thought
him,
Larry hunted for a long time.
just because you are of the country does not mean you do country things.
I thought he
Let me tell you, my husband is country, but he is not.
was like not that kind.
No. He's
No.
of the country, but he does not do all the country things.
Country adjacent.
But he is of the country.
Let me tell
But
you
yeah, no,
something.
he don't. I want to go hunting. I want to learn how to hunt.
See, and you could do that. Like, okay, multifaceted.
but I
you
don't
could do
want to
that.
learn. I don't want to hunt deer. I want
wanna
to hunt
bow
like
hunt.
hogs or something.
I want to bow hunt. I just want to learn how to use the bow.
That's and I want to learn how to fish. You know why? I really want to learn how to fish.
I know how to do that.
I just want to go out there and chill and drink.
Well, you could just get on a boat and do that. You can just do that. So
That's why I want to fish.
the last time I went fishing, and I don't know when did this happen to me.
Don't
What
it stink
is
though?
this?
Isn't
But,
fishing a
like-
stinky
Like,
activity?
if you get once they come out the water, yeah, they stink. It's a fish. You know, it's a raw ass fish.
I'm just used
It's
to
gonna
the
smell
the
like-
fillet.
It's gonna smell like river. It's gonna the bayou, depending on where you got it from. The last time I went fishing, and I don't know when this happened because I was fishing since I was a child. Something in my spirit, in my body, rejected the notion of baiting my own hook, and I don't know when that happened because, like I said, I've been fishing since I was a kid.
You don't want to bait
And
your
I-
hook no more?
I don't know when that happened though.
What
Like
you use for bait?
worms, crickets. I'm not putting it on there no more. I don't know why. So Jace had to do it, and I was like, well, and I'll let you know before we even went. I was like, I'm not doing it. I don't know where this came from because I used to.
Used to hook a worm.
Yes, and I used to go and get cicadas. Like I was that girl. I don't know when I started.
I don't know what
getting
a
scared
cicada
of
is.
stuff. Them big ass things that leave their skin laying
Shut
on.
up. I don't want to
Okay.
talk about no more. Leave it alone.
I used to collect the skin. Okay,
What
see,
is wrong with you, weirdo?
Here is the multifacetedness. I used to collect cicada skins and put them in a ballerina jewelry box. Two things can be true at the same time. I was a ballerina who collected cicada skins and worms and put them in my ballerina jewelry box. I was a dainty tomboy person, and I used to climb trees.
It don't match, but that's fine.
It's just but I guess
I think it's cool though.
my thing is like, when the fuck did I start getting scared of shit?
Mm-hmm.
I'm
I
scared
think
of
it's-
everything now.
I think when you're talking about being a dainty tomboy, I love it when like Zipporah's in her ballerina outfit and she has like her Spider-Man stuff.
Because
That's so much.
you
that's
better
so
teach her that
funny to me.
duality because you
Yes.
can do all of the things. Who told
I just hate
you
it. Like,
this?
if I'm happy I have a little girl, because if I had a little boy, I wouldn't be able to do that.
Yes, you could.
Because society, I wouldn't be able to do that.
No, but you could because that's your child.
I could, but I could.
That's your child. That's your, I wish
I-
somebody would.
I could.
Yeah, okay.
It'd be difficult. It would be difficult.
Somebody would come up to me. Well, you know you're the fuck out my face.
It'd be difficult. You know, we were at a basketball game. One of our got kids and one of our family friends' kids basketball game, and the younger sibling of one of the boys was asking for Zipporah's Zipporah has a life-size Barbie, and so he was pointing at it, and I was like, oh, here you go. And like his mom and my other friend, that's a woman, was like, no, you can't play with that. And I was just like,
why?
It's a dog. He was just asking
why. And this why they grow up.
I was like,
that's why they grow up, and they don't know nothing to do with no fucking child, because guess what? It's indoctrinated in us. It is indoctrinated in us.
I was like, oh, I mean, he was
they're
just
not taught to
asking
be.
for it.
They're not taught to be gentle.
Like, no, you can't play with that.
They're
I'm
not
like,
taught
oh,
to be any of that.
I ain't go no further because
that's your child.
But I was just like, oh, he's just playing with it.
I feel bad.
I feel like he just has to play with it. Like, and we were sitting here in the game. He's curious. It's a big Barbie.
And also he's a child,
bigger than Zipporah.
He's a child, and it's a toy. What the
he's
fuck?
Like 5. He was born when we got this house because his mom was actually our realtor. She's a family and realtor. So he's like 5.
That's wild to me.
But they were like, no, he can't play with that. I'm like, okay.
That's wild to me.
It's a huge Barbie. And she has tie-dye hair and she has glitter in her hair. Like, she's something to look at.
And then here's the thing.
Curious.
Here's the thing. Even if it didn't have all of that, it don't matter. It don't need a reason. He's a child and it's a toy.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah.
He's a child and it's a toy. Now, adult people come in and they sexualize things and things like that. Like, that's y'all doing that. They don't come in here knowing that
because I was like, oh, here you go, baby. You can hold them
about whatever it is. Because it's a fucking toy.
Girl.
Oh, he touched it. He can't even touch. I swear, because I've seen it. And I'm not saying that's what happened with this.
Yeah.
But I've seen it where, like, a little boy will go to touch a Barbie or something of that nature. And it's like they get snatched up. Like, if they touch it, it's going to make them gay. What the fuck? Why do y'all think this works? No, I'm so serious. So if you are one of those people, if you're one of those people, you probably don't listen to us. But if you one of those
no, you'd be
people,
surprised because these people do. Ladies I'm talking about, they listen.
If you're one of those people who think what I just said, not whatever. If you would snatch your child up because they're a male, like literally snatch them up and not let them even touch it because you, for some reason, you think playing with certain toys that are deemed feminine or for girls are going to make them gay. How do you think sexuality works?
Or is it even that they think it's going to be gay? It's just that's a girl thing.
What's the other reason?
I'm asking. I don't know. I'm just asking. Is it because?
And what makes it a girl thing?
Mm-hmm.
What makes it a girl thing?
Like, I'm not one to like strip everything of gender because you have a penis, you're a boy. You have a vagina, you're a girl. That's me. But I mean, like, if my little girl want to play with Hot Wheels, she can play with Hot Wheels.
Because what makes that a boy thing? It's a car. Ain't she go get in the car? She get in the car every day.
Yeah, but it's easy to do that with girls. I can dress Zipporah in little boy clothes and it's cool, you know. So I am happy I have a little girl in that aspect because I don't want to have that fight.
And what makes it little boy clothes? It's a shirt and some shorts. It's a shirt. What? Now I can understand if you don't want to put tulle and glitter on your son because you just don't want to do that.
Because I'm not putting him in no dress.
But if you don't want to do that,
yeah,
that's
but
fine.
I mean, it's his little sister, it's his little cousin doll. Okay,
and that's fine. But if a little boy sees a crown, because I've seen that too, a tiara, and it's something metal and shiny, and they want to put it on their head and they want to play with it, and you snatch that child up.
I mean, it's a hat to them.
and let's just say it's not about sexuality, right? Let's just say it's about a gender thing.
Mm-hmm.
Think about a lot of the men that we have right now who just hate women because you're taught, oh, this is for a girl, this is bad, you don't play with this. You don't. It's not just, oh, you don't. This is for a girl. This is for a girl and ill, because that's how little boys are. If you think about it, it's ill, ill, and the same thing for girls. Mm-hmm. Sometimes they instill that in girls too, and it's like,
because one of the first dolls I bought Zipporah, other than like her little baby stuff, was a Spider-Man doll. It was a Spider-Man action figure. I didn't buy her first doll of that nature was not a Barbie. It was Spider-Man. And because she wore superhero stuff because her dad
likes Spider-Man. She's a child and it's a toy.
Her daddy likes superheroes,
and that's
so
okay.
I bought superhero onesies for her to wear because I knew her dad would get a kick out of it, and and then I got her a Spider-Man one day. It was like $10 at the Family Dollar, got her Captain America. Like, so she had those first. Now her first like baby dolls, she did have a Cabbage Patch, and she did have like little babies and stuff. But as far as like action figure type stuff, it was Spider-Man, and then Barbie came this past Christmas.
I love the fact
Barbie
that she
came.
has both, because she can like superheroes too.
Yeah,
It's meant for kids, not just one type of child. It's literally for kids. They're children.
mm-hmm.
Let them play. Let their kids play. Now,
But it is
if
easier
you see
for a girl,
something-
though. It is easier.
I'm not gonna say it's not, but let them kids play.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the only reason I will say I feel like the reason it's not easier for a boy is because we make it not easy for a boy. Who else is making? We're doing it.
Yeah.
So, and if you feel like, oh, somebody they're gonna say that, then get around some new people.
I did think like if me and Zipporah have been watching the new Proud Family, and Michael came up, and I was like, I'm trying to remember Michael from the old ones. I had looked him up. And
Yeah, with the
everything.
dance with the one shoulder.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I looked him up and everything, and I was like, okay. And I was just thinking, like, if I had a son that was like Michael, I would support my child in whatever way I support them. I'm not saying to be in the same way like how Michael is on the new Proud Family.
I haven't seen the new, but
the new Michael is.
I only know the old Michael with the one shoulder out and the sweatpants.
The new Michael is who is a real person that is the new Michael, because there's a person. But anyway, he's definitely
He was always feminine presenting. So
he's definitely pretty. He has pink hair, like some
Oh,
braids on the
cool.
side. He has a shirt, probably a blouse type deal. You know, like he's definitely.
So they took him out that flash dance outfit.
He's not
that
in
he was
Flashdance. He's not in Flashdance no more. But anyway, I was thinking about him, and I was just like I said, I don't support my son wearing a dress. But if you want to be fancy with your blouse and whatnot, go for it. We just gonna teach you how to fight. I'm gonna make sure your daddy knows you know how to fight, because people are gonna try you.
But you should teach all your kids how to do that.
They do that, but they do.
I see him. He cute.
Yeah.
Go off, Michael.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, but I'm like, you're gonna know how to fight, because they will try you.
He cute. I like that.
EJ Johnson, Magic Johnson's son, does his voice.
I see. Which is awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah. So yeah. But I was like, I'm gonna have to make sure my son knows how to fight, because they will try you.
Oh my gosh.
Super duper hard.
So speaking of kids,
Mm-hmm.
I just had to snooze somebody. I don't know. They were talking about. I want to make sure that I have this correct. I don't even know how to spell it, because I'm not a sports person, as you have.
Yay, sports. Jay trying to kill me. I don't know if it was a Super
Like,
Bowl or
go
what,
team.
but she was like, "Yay, go the team,
So
do the things."
I think Dwayne and Gabrielle's daughter Zaya
Yeah.
has. I think she has. What was that? I think she got her. Yeah. So she was recently granted her name and gender change, like legally.
Okay.
So her. I think like her birth certificate and stuff. Like they changed like your actual documents or whatever. But some people on social media, I mean, in general, people always got stuff to say in general
about other folks' business.
Mostly about that's a child. Why you
I
say
know.
that's a
My
child?
cousin asked me, like, "What do you think?"
Now we just got through talking about kids. We talking about parents. I was talking about grown people. I'm not talking about the kids.
Mm-hmm.
They be talking about the child.
My cousin was like, "What do you think about like Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade, and how they do, you know, how they are with their child?" And talking about Zaya, and my cousin is 38, 39. He's definitely a dirty South Georgia boy. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And he even has DSGB tatted on his stomach.
Oh,
But
that's like a thing.
he's a dirty South Georgia boy.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, he was like, "What you think about that?" And I was just like, "I think that that's their child."
Yeah.
And you know, I don't have full thoughts on that, because it has not affected me directly. Like, you know, like I said,
That's their
if
child.
you have a penis, you're a boy. You have a vagina, you're a girl. I'm not gonna I don't want my son to wear dresses. I don't want that. But if you want to be like Lil Michael on Proud Family, okay. And if there's an issue with that, then we're going to get you some real fly polo shirts. Ralph Lauren, the vibrant color polo shirts. Like, I'm going to let you be yourself, but this is what's happening.
Pride polo shirt?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I forgot, it's a story. The reason why I say it's a story. Who was that? Jay Alexander on you know Miss J.
Oh yeah. I guess I didn't know that last name. But
dark skin. He was with Tyra and him, or was he with him? I remember he had told a story how like he had went away or something, and he came back to school and he put on his brand new polo shirt. It was a Ralph Lauren polo shirt and the 3 buttons tucked in or whatever. And I'm sure he was himself back then when he was in school, but he put that on. He was just saying how he wasn't getting the reactions that he thought he would get because it was just this really pretty color and stuff. Well, come to find out, his sister had worn it while he was gone, and so she got all the attention or whatever. But so that's why I went back to like, we'll get you some really fly like button down polo shirts or whatever, you know, some real nice vibrant color type stuff or whatever. But I was just like, you know, I don't have full thoughts on everything. I don't know what would happen to me.
Sometimes you don't know what you will do until you experience it,
which is why I said that. But I was like, I know, like I said, in certain, I know how I feel about this and what we call gender and stuff like that. That's how I feel. But like, I'm gonna support my child to make sure my child is happy. But if Zipporah were to come to me and say, "Mom, I'm really a boy. My name is Zachariah," I don't know what I would do and how I would feel in that situation. But my cousin was like, "What would you do?" And I'm like, that's their child. I know I want my child to be happy. I don't want my child to kill themselves. I don't want my child to be isolated. I want my child to be able to come home and talk to me. I don't want my child to be able to go out anywhere and find a community, of course. But I don't want them to find a chosen family because they can't have a family here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want that. But I can't tell you what I would do if Zipporah said I'm a Zachariah and I'm dressed this way and act this way.
Well, the first thing that I know you're going to do, which is what you just said, is you're going to love her because it's your child. Now, what happens after that, you don't know.
Right. I can't tell you. And he was like, well, that wouldn't fly in our family. And he not talking about like his grandmother and my grandmother are sisters. So he was like, that wouldn't happen in our family, talking about like the whole, our grandmothers, that family, our family name. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, I'm just like,
sometimes people say that, and then, like you're saying, people say that and they think that,
and I didn't say nothing. I would just kept letting him do like, oh, that wouldn't happen in our family, in our family. And I'm just thinking in my head like,
you might react differently.
Like, right. First of all, we come from the same tree, but we from different branches, and even, you know, like, even within them branches, we all from different. Like, I am going to support my child. So for him to be like, oh, that's not gonna happen in our family, you know, I'm not gonna say our family name. I'm gonna say Jones in the Jones family. Okay,
you don't
I just
know
let him
that,
say that.
but okay,
it's not gonna happen for you and your kids.
Right.
But if my child, like I said, I don't know what I would do, but I'm not turning my back on my child. I'm not beating the straight into them. I'm not.
That's not the way that works. Yeah.
I'm not doing that. You know, like I said, I'm open to an extent. I don't, you know, I'm human. But yeah,
I think that's an honest answer. I mean, sometimes, like I said, that's a really big deal. You don't know what you would do. My thing is, I wish people would stop talking about this child.
Because that is a fucking child.
Because it's a child. And
that is a child.
Like, I can't believe, and this is this.
If anything, say something. If you were grown folks, say something about, if you got to talk about these people, talk about the parents. Don't talk about the child.
Don't talk about the child. That's a child.
That's a child.
It's a baby. Now, that's a baby.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't have children. So,
but you have family. You have,
but if I did
have friends, and
if I did have a child and they were trans or not or whatever, and I'm gonna treat them the same.
Right. Your cousin will come to you and tell you some things. You know, your family come to you, tell you something like,
okay, what do you need?
Okay.
What is this?
I'm happy you can talk to me about it. If I don't get it,
I feel like it's a privilege when somebody feels comfortable enough to tell you who they feel like they truly are, or in whatever sense they may be, sexuality aside, whatever it is, they feel like you are approachable enough, and that's an honor for people to be able to feel like they can be their true selves with you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if your true self is like a serial killer or you
if
drown
you out
puppies,
here-
don't
if
fucking
you
talk
out
to
here
me. Like, that's different.
practicing bestiality,
That-
then
yeah,
I just,
that's
you know
different.
what?
I don't
That's
need to know
different.
your true self.
Get
if
your
you're-
ass far the fuck away from
yeah,
me.
no.
Okay.
But, like, as far
Don't
as,
be out
like,
here molesting and raping children.
right. And also, like,
Get your fucking ass away from me.
people like to compare people who are outside of heterosexuality to oh my god, my brain hurts. I have a paper to write. I can't be doing this early. Why can't I think of words and I still have a paper to write? It's gonna be a long.
Because this doesn't have to do with your paper.
Pedophile. There we go. They often compare it to that. It's not the same thing at all. They actually have nothing to do with each other. And I wish people would stop putting that in the same sentence because it's not. It's not the same thing
One
at all.
does not make the other.
No.
However, the other can be anybody.
And also, just because I think girls are cute, don't mean I think you cute.
Please tell every black man in America that just because a man is gay does not mean he wants you.
They don't want
'Cause
you.
not every woman wants you.
Not every woman wants you.
Please tell every
Not
black
every man
man
wants you.
every black
Everybody
man
don't want
in
you.
America that.
Everybody don't want you. I ain't looking at you like that.
Please. They're looking at you like that because you went away.
Because your lash fucking falling off. That's gross.
Because your pants are all the way up under your ass, sir.
Oh my God. Can
fuck
y'all
out the
stop
way.
doing that? With dirty drawers? Can y'all stop doing that?
You stupid.
Because they be dingy and brown right there.
Stop.
Like, and you know what the right there is. Can y'all stop doing that? Because I know you feel like it's under your ass. It's under the cup of your ass. And you got a donk. What? And then be having the nerves to be having cakes. Like, stacked. You be squatting, huh? Cause
Not even. It's just a gift.
it's just out here. Like an Instagram model.
You stupid.
I see it. We've all seen it. And
We
your
have.
and your drawers be tight.
We have.
Them leggings, nigga. Them leggings. Ain't no point wearing baggy shorts if they under your ass. We can still see it. Like, what's the goal?
Right.
It's gotten a little bit better, I'll say. But it hasn't. I still be seeing ass outside. I don't want to see your drawers and the fact
I have to
that you
fight
haven't
not to
washed
scrunch
them.
my face up because I be hard up like.
I don't need to know that you don't wipe good. I don't. Frankly, I didn't ask for that today. But I think that's pretty much all I want to.
Okay.
It's hot as hell in here right now.
I told you it would be hot.
God
We got that
dang.
light right there too.
Sheesh.
I don't have any
Sweating.
announcements other than Zipporah, K'Shana's, K'Shana's exhibition is coming up April 28th.
Yes.
I am super excited about that.
April 28th at Master Museum of Art in Monroe, Louisiana.
Bring your motherfucking asses out, bitch.
I don't know what
I'm
time
so
the show
excited.
opening
We're
is,
going to
but
have
I'll
a
let
party
you know.
too. I feel like we need to, K'Shana, we need to do something because this is like
A party?
amazing. We need a party.
You want a party?
We need a party at your house.
When is our anniversary?
In August. It's around my grandma's birthday.
The closing of my show is in August.
Okay.
Maybe we could.
A combined something.
Yeah, I was thinking like maybe we could do something like that.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? Like, at the time, it was a Daydreamers podcast solo, me and me. But you were on the very first show.
I was.
So it's still like our anniversary. I love that. In conjunction with my grandmother's. It was actually her. She actually, when we recorded, she had just passed like a couple hours before that. I don't know if you remember that whole thing. I had just got the phone call. Right before we pressed
I think
record.
we should plant something.
Well, you know, Grandma was all about the flower.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We should plant something.
Let's do it. It's
We
so
should
much
plant
fun.
something.
Okay, so that was Zipporah. Zipporah does this.
Y'all, Zipporah be working them shoulders. She dances. She do her little dance.
So like, I got the baby monitor on. She's probably in with her daddy in sleep because I don't hear her. But I had the baby monitor on, and I was trying, and we got the backdrop up, and Zipporah is so fabulous. She'll like bust through the middle of the backdrop like Mariah Carey. I'm here, like that's how she is. And I got her bead curtains for her door, and that's how she does when she walks in and out of her room, just like.
Did y'all have bead? I had some bead curtains.
Did you see her curtains?
No.
You have to see when we get
I
done.
go see them. I remember those. Those were so cool.
Which is why I got them, because I like them. But I
got
was
just
like, I got
walking
a little
through.
girl, so let me get it for her. But anyway, fuck, what was the point?
We were ending the show.
But what were we talking about? For me to talk up.
Girl!
Oh, the shoulders. You brought up the shoulders. So, Zipporah, I got the backdrop up, and K'Shana was like, Zipporah's just going to, like, bust through the middle of the backdrop, just being fabulous. And I was like, oh, no, she's right here on the baby monitor. Zipporah is watching Teen Titans.
Working them shoulders.
And all you see on the baby monitor is, like, shoulders. And then, like, she has on one of Larry's T-shirts, which is too big. And so, K'Shana has tied it up. So, it's very 80s. It's very, like, off the shoulder, tied up. All she needs is like a scrunchy ponytail or whatever.
She's doing her little dance.
But she has a big bow in the front fro, and she's just like working. And K'Shana was like, "What is she watching?" I was like, "She's watching Teen Titans."
She's jamming is what she's doing.
Yeah. But yeah, we need a party. Okay, so the show birthday is in conjunction with my grandmother's. Her, what do we call that day?
I don't know.
Not her. I don't want to say her death day. Her.
We'll have to clean it later though, because I gotta go.
Okay, yeah, but birthday, her passing day, and K'Shana's show closing day. So
We'll figure it out.
We'll do some things, and things will be done. It's August will be hot. We can have a pool party. You know, I'm all about a pool party. You not getting in the pool?
I don't like swimming in other people's piss. I like swimming in the ocean. I like to swim in fish piss, apparently, because it's the same thing. But like pools are disgusting to me. You can smell. I don't like a pool.
Okay, I'm all
sorry.
for a pool.
I don't like a pool.
Just shit on my little idea.
No, I don't like it.
So you just gonna post up and be cute on the side?
I'll be cute because that's just how.
As long as we still have
we
a pool
just
party.
are cute. What choice do we have? We're that way. But like, no, I'm not getting.
Yes, I'm here for the pool.
It smells like bleach and pee, and then you just always see somebody with a soggy pull up. Is pee in there?
A soggy pull up.
Somebody always don't put their kid in what they're supposed to be.
We
know that, but everybody don't abide by that. I'm like, what are we doing here? And the water is recycled. I don't care how much Clorox you put in there. I'm not getting in. And why do I want to be bleached?
You have to do all that.
Ooh.
You could have shut up, K'Shana. You had to say all that. Like, just spoil it for everybody.
I don't enjoy a pool. I enjoy a beach.
So we taking a cruise?
Hell yeah, what the fuck you mean? Yeah, well, let's go. Where are we going? I said I wouldn't go
I say this why
until
I ain't
after
got nobody
graduate.
money because who just dropped $800 on daycare the other day?
I said I wouldn't
was
go
moi.
on. I'm not going on until after I graduate.
Because I'm trying to get ahead. I wanna eventually have like a month of a credit.
I don't want to go on any
of
kind
daycare.
of like full vacation until after then because I'm not trying to do no fucking schoolwork on no ship again. That's what I did
I was
last
gonna say you
year.
did that last time, right?
Yeah, I mean it was cool, but like,
But still, who wants to do that?
like I don't want to do that. I don't want to be worried about that. I don't know. I'm irritated. I'm tired of school.
Yeah. Okay. And it's also she has to go write a paper, and my folks must be asleep. Larry on vacation, and support must be asleep. So
it's very.
I'm gonna finish cleaning up my
Larry
office.
definitely
He's laid up, honey. He probably up under his daddy.
sleep.
He's not even in the bed.
He is. He in y'all in the middle of y'all bed. Bye, y'all.
He blends in so well.
He
We
been
out.
there the whole time.
We out. Follow us on the socials. Bye,
Yeah.
y'all.
Bye.
All right, that wraps up part 1. Come back for part 2 next week. Follow the podcast at A Daydreamers Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. You can find me, Erin, at Love Erin AD everywhere, including Flickr and Pinterest. And find K'Shana everywhere at KHD Studios and on her website at khdstudios.com. Leave us a 5-star review so that everyone will know how fabulous we are. Bye.